Hello. It is a nice, beautiful Saturday outside. We're not outside, we're in here. And I'm glad they're out there. I'm gonna be playing some CUD, of course. Now, last time we played, our character died not so much because of the Putus Templar showing up and killing everyone at Gridgate, as much as it was we just kind of stood there in the path of the oncoming train and then laughed as it ran us over. So maybe we try a little harder this time. Speaking of, I'm gonna be making a new build. Well, not really a new build. I'm sure plenty of people have done this one before. We're gonna try doing tinkering as a Trukin. Gonna do my usual thing and just spread out all the stats. And then the one bonus point I have left will go right into intelligence. Gonna use the Techno Scanner as our cybernetic. It's between that and the stabilizer arm locks, and I find that Techno Scanner is just too useful. Not having to worry about identifying stuff, being able to wear whatever I want on my face, so on. Pretty helpful early on. And not to mention, everything on this list other than this last one here we can find easily. Well, relatively easily. Your mileage may vary. What am I gonna name this guy? And keep the naming convention going. Start with a P. Call him Hippie. And we're gonna start not in Joppa, but in the Desert Canyon Village, which will give us wayfaring and a little bit of reputation with these guys. Equines, tortoises, and vines. Alright, now let's explore a lot of star apple trees. Alright, should probably look at what I have in my inventory since this character starts with a bunch of random artifacts. Got a rolling chair. Tight-fitted black mesh straightens the spine. Wheels descend from casters and locomote. So we can build office chairs. Hooray! And we can also make spiral borers. But sort of a giant man-thing carried a 40-stone chrome satchel on their shoulder. The answer is not known, but a clue is stenciled on the side of the satchel, drill pointing downward into a well. This one is very nice to have. We can essentially skip any of the, well, the first two dungeons we can skip anyway, but anywhere else that we want to dig all the way down, this is by far the easiest way to do it. As long as you have the bits. Which right now we don't. Assemble all of this stuff. Got a basic toolkit, some water. Set one of these to auto-collect and the other ones can just stay as is. Got 3 salve injectors, 1 Hulk honey injector. A couple of basically useless grenades. And a handful of chem cells. That one to auto-collect. And then we're not gonna need this thing at all it does is give us a bonus to identifying artifacts. As if we had 5 more points of intelligence, but we automatically identify artifacts. Pointless. And we have a fungicide grenade too. Start with very not much, other than like Tinker skills, deploy turret. Won't even start with scavenger. Which is probably, well, not the first one I'm gonna grab, just because right now we've got 0 survival skills whatsoever. The only thing preventing us from dying instantly is the studded leather armor and the stun rod. Stun rods are not great. At least I've got no success with them. Now, to plan ahead. Not sure which weapon type I should use at the start. Probably only gonna go into like the first or level or 2 of any one of these if I do grab one. Long blade is nice because you get the defensive stance. You just get a little bit of dodge value, which hard to quantify how helpful that is, but hey, it's there. Cudgel could be good since it's technically what we're already using, and it's also going to be what we're probably going to be picking up and tinkering with. That's not a bad one, although most of the skills for it are going to be way out of reach. Like bludgeon would be pretty easy to get, but we're not going to get backswing or slam anytime soon. And Conk I always find has a dubious level of usefulness. Or maybe I'm just not using it right. Anyway, keep exploring. Stone Stele. Revered the memory of Queen Tashwugawer Mashwuyuar I, who founded the monarchy of Duva for the contemplation of the act of procreating. So he fought a lot about having sex. Interesting. Villagers of Duval laid offerings at the feet of Sisosusis, legendary Scorpiok, in exchange for wisdom about the king. Oh, so I just realized, I need to pop something open. Give me a second. Alright, there we go. Back to the exploring. Engraved wide glass bottle. While wandering around Dumor neighborhood, Gitafa discovered Brim Riwar. Let's try that again. Gitafa discovered Bimriwar. There, he befriended insects and found a new home. And nothing else to explore. Alright, let's start with Katak, our Dromad merchant. Got some boots we can maybe buy. Only get 10 drams out of that telescopic monocle, and another 2 out of the wrench. And it selected the wrong thing at the top. Don't know why it does that sometimes. Did it again. Right. Let's just buy all the lead slugs, all the shotgun shells. We could buy a musket right away, but these kinda suck. Low accuracy, shoot one at a time, reloading between every single one. Certainly better than the stun rod though. Could buy some boots, although we'll almost certainly find those pretty soon. Let's buy it anyway. And the musket. And we get 7 back. Okay, let's go talk to Warden Warden Borlalotes. Loved by the Fellowship of Wardens, admired by the villagers of Duva, disliked by insects for selling a map of their vaults to adventurers. Well, the insects don't like us anyway. And no secrets to share. The trade. Who's this guy? King Irawar. Beloved by the villagers, disliked by frogs for eating all their fruit, hated by the villagers of Shur for casting doubt on their beliefs, hated by the villagers of Ikava for reprogramming their favorite robot. Well, I probably shouldn't, but have some water. And now we can learn wayfaring. Let's ask this man for work. Talk to Nimet Tan and to the northeast, or Shwu Mumujur. Hold on, how do you pronounce that? Shwu Mumujur Tarak to the east. Right, live and drink. Bamammer, village of Apothecary. Let's go talk to Shwamumor. Friend, my kinsfolk would spend all our time going about the tedious work of speaking to peers, but after learning the goodness of Sisosusis, legendary Scorpiok, we changed our culture and invented new rites of passage. To our great gloom, the devil of the ghost of the Rave of Chance has separated us from our Sisosusary electromagnetic sensor implant. Would you be willing to recover it for us? We hear it has been taken to a Snapjaw fort. We will compensate you for your services. Yeah, I'll go retrieve that from the Snapjaws. Right, now who was the other guy we had to go talk to? I think it was Nimet Tan. Let's go talk to the Mechanist convert. Wanderer, do you venture northwise into the Great Desert and near the 6-day stilt? Why do you ask? I would ask you make an offering at the sacred well of my bauble, moon and sun, I beg you. I will make the journey for you, friend. Moon and sun, friend, you have my deep and many-sided thanks. Here, take the trinket now, and if you're to ever return, let us visit again. Live and drink. Got a salt mill. And then go talk to Nimet. Nomad, we've been poring over our records and we discovered a nearby location forgotten to our people, Pigheart. What mysteries might this place hold? Artifacts, arable land, a shrine to the king? We must know. If you find it for us, we will reward your assistance. What say you? We hear it's located somewhere between 5 and 9 parasangs east of Birvavo. That's a pretty large distance to cover, actually. But yeah, we'll find it. Okay, I don't think anyone else here is worth talking to, but let's see what this guy has. A labor security guard, visage blueprint. Could make this, but no way we can afford that. Alright, off to our adventures. Let's see if we die instantly. Oh, there's Dumore. There's the Snapjaw Fort. There's the last spot. There's Birvava. And it was 5 to 9 parasangs east. 2, 3, 4, 5. 7, 8, 9. So it could be all the way over here in the flower fields, or it could be somewhere in the desert canyons or desert. But we're not going to do any of that. We're going to run off to the salt marsh because we are very squishy. Alright, we've survived for now. Reshef lore. Take some trade stuff. He dates the 4th. At noon, under a strange and azure sky, the people of Irsava saw an image on the horizon that looked like a mirror bathed in azure. It was Edates the 4th, and after he came and left Irsava, the people built a monument to him, and thenceforth called him Mirror in Azure. Try to sell that. Irritable tortoise. Just walk away. Cave going down. Let's not risk that. Or Snapjaws. Level 2. Alright, good first pick for now. Or no wait, we can't get it because we don't have enough agility. I would have taken bow and rifle, but we can't. In that case, could get scavenger. Could get cudgel, could take some wayfaring skills. Single weapon fighting. How many more bullets do I have? 67. I have a freezing iron longsword. We could take that longsword skill. Take care of these guys first. I think I just missed the snapshot and nailed that feral dog over there. Sorry, bud. Wear the frowny mask. Grab the steel hand axe. Counterweight iron battle axe. Sell that. Alright, first level of longswords it is. Treat these as scrap. It's already working great. Some crocossins. Make our reputation a little bit better. Nullworm skull. Yes, please. And we've gained 1 attribute point now that we're at level 3. Go right into intelligence. 144 points. Let's grab scavenger. Bunch of stuff on the floor, don't need any of it. How's our battery holding up? Still at the same amount that it was just earlier. Alright, we can successfully freeze those turtles to death for a nice little chunk of EXP. Let's keep doing that. This is a mushroom biome. Immediately leave. Over here. Famished. Oh, time for our first meal. Gather whatever you can find for your meal. Some cardamom, a chickpea, and a glow crow feather. Toss them in a pot and stir. Let's just immediately run off. Since we already have a couple of levels, let's try just going straight to Red Rock. Level 4. 106 points. Nothing to get in tinkering. Could save up for some more stuff in Longblade. Or I'm just going to take the first level of Endurance. So we get Shake It Off. Toughness, net minus 10% chance to shake off the effect of being dazed or stunned. We also take 25% less damage from poison. Maybe at some point we want something in Tactics. Probably won't take charge. Kickback would be nice. Or Death Throwing would also be pretty good. There was some cybernetics I found last time I played. It was a, shoot, I forget what it's called, like a Force Glaive or something like that. It makes these knives that are, have the vibro effect, so they match the they have the right level of penetration to penetrate whatever it is you're throwing at them. So we could get one of those. We could get the other implant that gives us a second throwing slot, so it'd be throwing 2 knives, and then also find some stabilizer arm lock, so then we'd be throwing both knives accurately. But that's just one of the many things we could do. I forget, did I start with the repair skill? I did. Okay, so we really don't have to worry that much about our stuff resting. Still prefer it not to, but we can easily fix it. Explosive grenades. Oh yeah, and another thing we're going to be doing is, oh hold on, I should have read that. But yeah, one thing I'm going to be doing with the grenades I find is instead of just disassembling all of them or selling all of them, I'm going to have at least one of each and then bring them over to Ezra, and then we can have as many grenades as we have tinkering bits, which is probably going to be a lot by the time we get there, assuming we survive. Anyway, let's look at the stick. While wandering around Mamish Hall, Edates II stumbled upon a clan of flowers performing a secret ritual. Because of his reputation for murdering someone by cooking her for sustenance, they accepted him into their fold and taught him their secrets. So the flowers are respectful to the cannibals. Or I don't know, the line for cannibalism is very funny when sentience is so lenient. Really feeling that low armor value. Painted boarskin gloves. One starry evening, a babe was found swaddled in the mouth of a she-wolf with logic gates on its eyes. That babe came to be known as Edates III. Pretty badass. So what's that axe over there? Just iron. Two-handed iron longsword. Might actually use that. Crack any of my stuff, did he? No, still got my 6 armor value. Smiling Sun Mask. Those don't sell for anything though, so no point picking it up. Level 5. 188 points. Let's grab either Customs and Folklore or Self-Discipline. Gonna get both at some point anyway, but how about we start with Customs and Folklore? Try to get Trash Divining right away, and we can find some secrets. And something of ours rusted. It was the Mark I High Explosive Grenade. Just an A and a B to repair it. So yeah, let's do that. And our Copper Nugget is also rusted. C and a D. Yeah, sure. That are your two-handed iron longsword. That one's rusted though. Not taking that. Steel butcher knife. That are two-handed sword. Wooden buckler. Probably shouldn't be equipping those. I think if you don't have the shield skills, it's a 25% chance to block, and these aren't blocking terribly much. And they are taking down my dodge value. But I still have 6 dodge value. And 1 armor value could be the difference between getting penetrated multiple times. Which, yes, I know how that sounds like, but don't worry. They can't penetrate us anymore. Bring me 6 Scorpiox corpses, and I shall reward you with a peculiar contraption. I'll be honest, we're not gonna get that one done. Just because, you know, those are probably heavy. And we'd have to drag it all the way back here. And it's probably going to be something stupid like a risk calculator. Which we'll eventually want one, but not anytime soon. Alright, make some food. Well, let's just walk over here to the campfire that's being guarded by plants. Drop that. Nothing else rusted, did it? It did not. Get or whatever you can find for your meal. Some courageous vanilla, dram of freed sesame, and a glover's left arm. It's a ray cat. Try to pet it. Shies away. Fortunately, not good enough friends of cats. So that was more history on the Sultans. In 3392 before Reshef, he dates the fourth, Mirror-born, Mirror and Azur, died of natural causes. He was 93 years old. Try to sell that. What did you crack? The skull. And we're gonna die if we do not heal. And we're confused. Let's cheese with the minimap and get the hell out of here. You know, maybe I was too quick to talk shit about the musket. It's been pretty good. You know, against Snapjaws, the most fearsome enemy we're ever gonna run into. Sakari Sunveil. Probably better than the Moon Mask. Well, as just an item on its own, not really any better, but it does give us reputation, which the Moon Mask does not. Leather cap, don't need that. Right, we're winning fights. And we found more information. In 4725 before Reshef, he dates II, the honored journal, the Mamish Bane, husband to Uhua, the pest of Maleb, died of a natural cause. He was 109 years old. Whole bunch of slime down here. And how's our acid cell doing? Got 1 dram. Alright. 1 more kill or 2 and we'll be in the next level. And maybe it'll take a little bit more. There's that guy. I can screw with him. Because, yeah, they get a random mutation and we don't know what this guy has. So let's not find out. I think our freezing may have finally wore off, as in the battery ran out. Alright, level 6, gain 1 to each attribute. Finally put some points into bow and rifle. But we're gonna take trash divining first. replace it with Camcell. Extra rusted nugget. Hmm. Did not mean to try to shoot myself with that. There we go. Ape fur hat. 10 cold resistance, minus 100 reputation with apes. We'll hold on to that. Ranked fangs. Sell those. City and Chris. That'll probably be worth it. Okay, what's over here? Some goggles. What is our reputation with insects? I know it went down because of the water rituals I did. Negative 525. Yo, yeah, 50 is not gonna cut it. Treat these as scrap. That's a lot of guys running after me. He's faster than I am. Got him. I'll be entirely honest, if we run into a slumberling, he's probably going to kill us before we can even react to it. Because I'm going to assume he's also going to be aggroed from some tiny enemy deciding, hey, I'm going to smack it with my stick, and then, you know, the game being the game, it's going to be angry at me instead. Right, deep in Malep, he dates a second discovered Kanamas. There he befriended succulents and found a new home. Masterwork Iron Longsword. Well, once we run out of batteries, we could use that. 5018. For Reshef, he dates Electric Seed of Robots, died of natural causes. She was 89 years old. Probably gonna have to start thinking of dropping some of the stuff I picked up. got distracted and stopped chasing me. Famished. Gather whatever you can find for your meal. Some cobalt shale, a pinch of lenient shavings from a tortoise shell, and some anise, and a chameleon horn. It's a lot of ingredients. None of them good, however. Is that another freezing steel longsword I found? It was. This one has a fidget cell. Flaming bronze longsword, not quite as good. Fidget cell on there. No, the fidget cells are not great, but we also don't have many ways to keep our stuff powered right now. Speaking of, battery is at 75%. Okay, one chem cell is gonna last a very long time with this sword. So I shouldn't even ever need the fidget cell. Don't like that. And he cracked my stuff and I lost 2 armor value. Wait. Put another torch on. There's the torch. So I think for that menu, it doesn't usually look like that, I don't think. Did something with the sort. List by class. Versus just list. Okay, yeah. That was just me being a dum-dum. Damn skunk. Like, I know it doesn't hurt that much, but it's still annoying. At the Battle of Miratara, Gitafa fought as a mercenary to subjugate flowers. He wielded a lucky hammer with such artfulness that it became forever known as the Lucky Prize, the Bane of Flowers. Surprisingly normal name for one of those. Just gonna preemptively drop some stuff. No way the leather armor's worth carrying around, or the furs. Maybe the slender furs, but not the regular ones. Studded leather armor, that's what we have, right? Yeah, but that one's cracked. Swell with the inspiration to name your freezing iron longsword. Let's give it a name based off our culture. I'm gonna call it Lugurlus Henus. At least I think that's how you pronounce that. I'm gonna color it cyan because it's freezing. Let's run away. Amber tipped staff. Too bad we didn't find this earlier. I probably would have taken cudgel instead of longswords. But we're committed now. Well, not really. We're gonna have more than enough skill points by the end of this playthrough, assuming it gets to the end. That we'll be able to take basically whatever we want. But we're not there yet. And we may never be. It's not pretty, but I can take out the crabs. Water skin with a dram of cider. Set that to auto collect. If we find any more cider, it'll automatically pick it up and put it in there. %, very nice. That's already at 100. Take it off. Don't have anything else to put on there. Steel utility knife. Discovered the location of Tupir. Or is it Tupper? Whatever it is, we found it. And it's a ruin. A legendary Snapjaw. It's Borugo. He is loved by Snapjaws, hated by the villagers of Dur for slaying one of their leaders, disliked by the cult of the Coiled Lamb for lighting a beacon fire to warn their enemies, and hated by urchins for impersonating one of their leaders. It's got an electrified iron mace, and some fancy neck rings, I guess. Step 1, run away. Wait a bit. Shoot. I want to fight this guy in melee. Also, we're attracting a lot of attention to ourselves. We lose him? Seems that way. Come on, get him. There we go. Now despised by Snapjaws. And he had a glow sphere on him that he was not using. How inconsiderate of him. Pick up anything else along the way, did we? Freezing bronze dagger. And the slender lacquered neck ring. Shotgunner. It's our shotgun now. Speaking of, we've got 19 shotgun shells. So I'll hold on to that shotgun until we run out of our lead slugs. Let's see. Drop the extra armor. Drop the boots. And the furs. And the cloth overalls. Drop the bronze weaponry. That's not daggers. Don't think modded bronze weapons are worth anything either, but I'll hold on to it for now. Dropped enough stuff as it is. I'll reevaluate when I find even more garbage to fill my inventory with. Moving on the ground. Better than snapjaw corpses. Let's make a meal. Gather whatever you can find for your meal. An exalted berry, a smidgen of brine, and a forgotten dram of water. Probably shouldn't do that. It'll give you Legionnaires' disease, but we're fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Reinforced cloth overalls. Yeah, sure, let's try selling that. Level 8. 282. Got tactful and trash divining. Let's get self-discipline and fasting weight. Don't have to eat as often now. And what to get next? Probably don't have any points for whatever we want to grab. Probably bow and rifle. Could get started on cooking by just going to visit the Mushroom Town, talking to, Nuntu, I think his name is, the gorilla mayor. And he'll tell us how to cook. And we can pick up Harvestry, Butchery, maybe Spicer, and then Carbide Chef. Spicer you can get if you go all the way to Id Freehold and you water ritual with one of the creatures there, but that's in some playthroughs, especially if you're playing it safe. That's quite a whiles away. For something that's only 50 skill points on an intelligence build, yeah, maybe we don't wait until then. So assuming we get the first level of cooking and gathering for free, the entire rest of it is 250 points. Then 100 for the first level of bow and rifle, so we've got the next 350 skill points planned out. Let's see if we discard that plan too. Exactly what I did not want to do. To say that, I'm the one who pilots the character, so of course you wanted to do it. Sandals of the River Wives. Plus 5 move speed. Maybe I should wear those. Hold on to it for now. Sometimes they chase for very far away, and sometimes they really don't. And we're out of bullets. Time for shotgun. working pretty good, but we've already gone through like most of the shotgun shells we had. Well, not really. We still have 13. Still not a lot. Steel Warhammer. Warren Bernous. At least I think we pronounce it that way. There's the corpse we're looking for. Treat the metal folding chairs as scrap. So we've picked up the sheaf pattern parchment, the can't have it all, the small sphere negative weight, and the cybernetics credit wedge for 1 credit. Let's have the miner's helmet. Which we don't really need, actually. Probably more useful to have the extra ego for trading purposes. Plastic tree, made of scrap. Slugs now. Did not chase me for some reason. Oh, there it is. Discovered the location of Tawan. You know what? I'm thinking instead of completing the circuit, I'm just going to leave. I'm gonna hit the bricks. Alright, next stop, Snapjaw Fort. And we're lost. Oh hey, we're friends with the baboons. I'll finish killing that goat so I can ask you some questions. Or I can ask this one. Never mind. Cannot do that. I'll leave you to your goat hunting. It's a salt hopper right there. 2 salt hoppers. They're both after me. One down. Well, he cracked my Crocusins, but they got him. Didn't get the EXP though. And our shotgun just got rested. We've also discovered the location of the 4th abode Unepa and the 3rd Mewan and Irshakesh. Alright, so we got 6 shotgun shells left. Can I even repair it if I wanted to? No, because we need a 3. We could bring it back to the tinker and have him repair it for us. Go to the fort. Now we kill everyone. Again. Wet ring mail. Fairly sure that's better than the studded leather armor. Weighs 15 pounds. If I remember right, the studded leather is 25. Get over there. Drop that. Should probably close some of those menus. Also, it's not 25, but it is more at 20. Inventory is still pretty full, so let's just clear space in advance. Get rid of the torches. Picked up an electrified staff. Might just get rid of these two-handed iron longswords. By might, I mean we did. Engraved shortbow. 99 before a chef. Appointed Rebecca as administrator of Mamish Hall. So, if you're wondering why I skip over to chef lore, it's because it's always the same every time. The other sultans, it's always different every time. At least mostly different. And there's our Sisasu Seri electromagnetic sensor implant. And there's just a stairway going down in the middle of this river. Two-handed steel longsword, though. Bronze ingots. Her acid gas grenade. Engraved worn burnous. During an expedition in during an expedition in Iraq, homestead, Tafa's chariot was driven off a cliff by a bandit gang of bears, and fortuitously, a group of nearby worms came to his rescue. For the rest of his life, Kitafa was indebted to worms. Assemble that, upgrade our shield. Vestasusa recoiler with a fidget cell. That did pick it up, right? The fidget cell, I mean. It did. At least I think. Yeah, there it is. 44%. Maybe we just disassemble this. Don't think we're gonna find more acid anytime soon anyway, and it seems to be worse than chem cells. Compass bracelet. Place the neck ring. Alright, we got a nice big pile of garbage. Let's finish exploring this map and then go back to town and sell all the garbage. I think it was Shwumumurj Tarak who wanted this. Yep. Thank you for your service, traveler. Level 9. Okay. We've got structural scanning bracelet. Probably don't need it. A bunch of injectors, including 2 blaze injectors, a shade oil injector, a salve injector, and a sphinx salt injector. And some Yesher skin slippers. Let's go with the injectors. Start with the Tinker. Or no, wait. Start with the Dromad Merchant and see if he has more bullets to sell. He does. Not many. He's got an electro bow and a missile launcher. Whole bunch of copper nuggies. Sold all of it, we might be able to afford the electro bow actually. That would be a pretty big upgrade. Yeah, we'll do that. Hit the 9 button. $362, which is just below what we needed. Or actually... nah, that's fine enough. Keep the neck ring for now, in case we run into some more baboons. Which you probably won't. Or at least if we do, we'll be able to wipe the floor with them with our handy dandy electro bow. Stick a regular chem cell in it. Alright, we're doing pretty alright for the first outing into Cud. It's usually the most dangerous one on the Tinker character. Although I'm sure I'll be wrong. Displacer spring loaded. Yeah, let's try to get that. Not selling any implants, but he does have a 4-bit. Might buy that. $5 drams to repair the shotgun. Second thought, don't think we're going to be using the shotgun much now that we have an electro bow. And we can just trade 10 copper nuggets for it. Didn't have anything else to sell. Well, we could sell the miner's helmet. It's basically already outdated. So also the kudzu stems. Don't sell that one. Still need a bit more. I'm sure we'll find another 8 for a hat. So, here we go. Treat shotguns as scrap. Learn spring loaded. And now we can go fast. Got spring loaded Crocs. And no one else we really needed to talk to. Let's go to the clay oven. We've got fried star apple jam and Isakari goat jerky in niche. Plus 13 to max HP and plus 11 to natural healing rate. Now we could go and try to do that guy's quest. Still only have 6 armor value, so yeah, probably not a good idea to go to the Rusted Archway. There's a half-decent chance that we run into a Gatling turret, and at the current level of health and armor value we have, we could die very quickly. There's Iraq Homestead. There's Dumore, but we already knew that. There's some of this other stuff I found. There's Tawan, Irshakesh, Mamish Hall, Orf Abode Unepa, Tupir, something up here, Bird Mawan, in the mountains. Maybe I head down to Iraq. Alright, we've got 200 points. Take the first level of bow and rifle. And then save the rest until we can get all of the cooking skills all in one go, and then we can make some fancy meals. Right, slime's located. And there's also tortoises. Though those aren't cult members, are they? Giant amoeba and the tortoise are not part of the cult. Oh no, wait. The giant amoebas are part of the cult. And there's segment merfworms also. Dragonflies are cult members. Probably better off trying to just shoot everything to death. The one thing I never looked into, but I just kind of assumed, was that the first level of bow and rifle, the draw a bead skill, does increase accuracy when someone's marked, right? Spend a turn to draw a bead on a target and mark it. Whenever you fire at a marked target with a bow or rifle, your agility is treated as if it were 2 points higher for the purpose of determining your accuracy. May only mark one target at a time. Targets get unmarked if you lose vision of them. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Tracked my crocs. The hell, man? Ouchie. Finding a lot of acid gas. Plenty of books. Slender, sturdy cloth overalls. Some oil in that bottle. Another liquid added to the collect list. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Level 10. Alright, we didn't even spend our last attribute point. Diligence. What was I gonna put my points into? Oh right, cooking. I needed 250 if I want to get everything after the first level. If I want to do that. Maybe I get single weapon fighting? Maybe I don't. Stick to ranged weaponry for this playthrough. Could get kickback. Spend 100 points in total. Get a hurdle and then kickback. Whenever you fire a missile weapon at a target in melee range, you attempt to kick the target backwards. Don't like that it doesn't give the numbers for that. More acid gas grenades. Engraved glass bottle. Late in 4735 before Reshef, after murdering a popular rival with an altimeter made of paper. How even? Why even? Anyways, the Sultan Akkad was assassinated. Because of Edates II's unfamiliar visage, he was chosen as the successor. Alright, we should read what we just ate. Gather some fixings, a sprinkle of rust, a dash of rust, and a pinch of rust. Oops, all rust. And we already have jam-packed corridors down here. Discovered the location of a honeyweed. Discovered the location of Sherpapod Sanctuary. It is a ruin. Ooh, is that legendary? Isabetia. Legendary giant dragonfly and leader of the flock of the blessed Harris of Oozes. Loved by the flock, disliked by villagers of Alarkabal for refusing them entrance to a local library, hated by the Neftali tribe for tricking them into sharing their fresh water. Neftali are now indifferent to us. Alright, that's actually really good because the legendary, what's the term I'm looking for? The legendary individuals for Naphtali are usually the planished godheads, or unplanished. I'm not sure which one's which. But anyways, because of that, it means if we water ritual with any of them, we'll get reputation with the Naphtali tribe, and also with robots. And robots is a very good reputation to have, if you can get it. Well, we found a lucky prize, the Bane of Flowers. Let's do it a hit. 50% of the time, the fates have their way. What does that mean? 1% chance to behead flowers on hit, and negative 200 reputation with flowers. You know what? I'm gonna do a first for this series. I'm just gonna pop open my internet browser, open the wiki, and see what the heck it means by the fates have their way. Right. The fates have their way is a power of some relic and extra-dimensional melee weapons. When something is struck with a weapon with this mod, there is a 50% chance for a random effect to be applied to the thing struck. A number is rolled between 1 to 41 inclusive. It says here if it rolls less than 5, it'll dismember. If it rolls between 5 and 10, it'll decapitate. If it rolls between 10 and 15, it'll put to sleep for 1d100 turns, so 1 to 100 turns. Between 15 and 20, it'll confuse for 1d100 turns at level 1d20. Then, yeah, these all seem to be brackets of about 5. Yeah, they all have the exact same percent chance of happening, 12.2%. Let's recap. Dismember, decapitate, sleep, confuse, stun. Then it can also apply shaken. What is shaken? It's a dodge value penalty. Between 1 to 20. Right. Then it can also discharge voltage, also 1 to 100. Apply 1d10 bleeding damage with a save target of 1 to 100. And there's a 2.4% chance that it spawns a space-time vortex. That's a lot of stuff that weapon mod can do. Well, let's get back to the game. Probably just gonna sell this. Or I might just hold on to it. And Rada Juice. Just have to use one of the many other chem cells we have. We got here a teleporter. Hopefully it's a stable one. It is. Let's not step in there. There's a glitter grenade just sitting there in the pile of trash. I'm gonna collect the chest, because it's a nice different color. Just like all the other nice chests. Discovered the location of Suleb. Discovered Nana, Goat Folk Village. Discovered Shulila. 26th Central Shervapad. Shrine to Gitafa, blessed Harris of Oozes. At the Battle of Mamrapad Mesh, Gitafa fought to subjugate flowers. He wielded a random dagger with such finesse that it became forever known as the Random Blessing, the Ruin of Flowers. So 2 anti-flower weapons. Question is it here or is it somewhere else? It's a whole lot of fencing right there. Determine the location of Darsikesh. Hello there, Argonaut. Yeah, you don't really have anything. Carry on. Alright, I'm gonna have a nice big sip of coffee. Over here we have Shrine to Edates IV, Mir Nazur. After conferring with birds, Edates IV convinced them to help him found a laboratory in Malep for the purposes of taking measurements of mirrors. He named it the Glazed Laboratory. Glazed is such a funny word, because people use it in such funny ways. Oh geez. Our armor really sucks. Cannot get a very good look at the mini-map, but we got out of there anyways. Still only have foreskin gloves, some regular Lacroix, and ring mail, which is pretty much just as good as studded leather armor, so we really need to upgrade all that stuff. Why am I fighting? Just shoot. Way more efficient. Shrine to Gitafa, 10-sided dancer. In 2128 before Reshef, Gitafa, blessed Harris of Ooz's 10-sided dancer, died of natural causes. He was 105 years old. That's a lot of worm. See how easy things can be when we just plan appropriately and not just let Auto-Explorer do the thinking for us? Yeah, me neither. Oh hey, I didn't notice someone in chat. Live and drink? How are the caves treating you today? So far, treating us pretty good. Trying a tinker build, so the early game is going to be kinda not great, but so far we've managed to get a hold of an electro bow, which is our only good weapon because this named item, which is just the iron longsword with freezing, really isn't cutting it anymore. But we're just trying the first historical site, see if we can't find anything good. So far, not much. Other than books. Books are always nice. Collect this honey. Probably gonna need it. Shrine to Reshef. Do not read those ones. Shrine to Edates the Third. In 4426 before Reshef, Edates the Third won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Alawar. At the bloody battle... No wait, let me restart that, I think I screwed it up. Oh, yeah. Tinkering can get a little complicated, but if anything, early on, it's just... you don't really get all that much out of it other than being able to reliably identify things. It's later on, once you already have all the recipes and you have all kinds of mods and you have all the bits in the world to play with, is the part where it really starts to get fun, because it's like, oh, I'm going to have to fight a bunch of stuff. How about I just huck like 5 tier 3 high explosive grenades at him instead? And as long as you don't miss and hit the wall, you're probably gonna absolutely obliterate them. Or you can just decide like, hey, I have this really nice rifle, how about I mod it to be even better? You know, all that kind of fun stuff. You start to become really powerful. But yeah, at the start, it's not great because, for example, all I have right now is the spring loaded, so I have Crocs that let me run slightly faster than the average quad dweller. But anyway, been yapping enough. Let's yap some more. 4426 before Reshef, Edates the Third won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Alawar at the bloody battle of Old Haramor. As a result of the battle, Old Haramor was so rife with electric arcs, not arts, that it was renamed the Coiled Wreck. And we've discovered the location. Let's see where that is. It's all the way over in either the Deep Jungle or the Moonstep. Or Moonstairs. Moore's over there, Mavish Hall's over there, and we're at Iraq. Trash Monk. He's got arrows. Don't need those. Yeah, having the map is very nice. The only thing I find annoying is that for the quest tab over here, it'll show you where you got the quest, but it won't show you where you have to go, which would be way more helpful. Although that's probably a bit more complicated to set up, so maybe they're just getting around to it. The developers, I mean. They've been doing great work so far, so not gonna complain too much. Slipping and sliding all over the place. And no wait. Over here was just some gates. Ah, and thanks for the follow, Mossy. But it's fine if I call you Mossy, right? There's a whole lot of stuff burning absolutely over here. Glad to not offend ya. Shrine to Edates II, the Honored Journal. In 4768 before Reshef, Edates II won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Malep at the bloody battle of Darkashore. As a result of the battle, Darkashore was so vacant of signs of life that it was renamed Time-Worn Ruin. It's a pretty cool name. One of those damn seed sprouts is around here. That's probably why everything's on fire. Let's see the Scorpiok. He's not hostile. That guy is. Vessel Tonia, legendary giant dragonfly and leader of the flock of blessed Harris of Oozes. Loved by the flock, hated by the villagers of Birvavu for burning one of their leaders in effigy. Let's back up a little bit so I don't accidentally shoot those scary dudes over there. And we're out of juice. Another chem cell. Got him. And he didn't have anything on him. But since we ran into him here, that probably means this is the last floor, and now we just have to find the chest. First, Gutsmonger just decided to set up shop here. Can't use any of these phase slot things. Phase harmonic is not that great. Reactive cranial plating would be nice, and I have been mentioning stabilizer arm locks. Can we afford any of that stuff though? Yeah, we got pretty lucky with the cells. I went to Red Rock and just, you know, killed all the snapjaws I could find, and a whole lot of them had these crappy bronze weapons that had some chem cells in them. So might as well collect, right? We can afford one of these things. Gonna go with the arm locks. Could sell this thingy I found. It's probably a half-decent mace, but that 50% of the time the fates have their way thingy sounds like it's equal parts really good and equal parts liable to absolutely fuck you over by spawning in one of those space-time vortexes, because there's a 2% chance that it does that. Speaking of it, yeah, let's just do that. Discovered Starbend, Goatfolk Village. Shrine to Reshef. Yeah, that sounds about right. Okay, there's our credit wedge. Blessed Frill of Iraq Homestead. Fabricates one fire snout, cognitively altered to like you. We could sell that. On the other hand, I usually never use these, so let's be different. It erupts into a throng of tiny polygons which amalgamate into a fully formed Tenyaban Tekard, or Takard, legendary fire snout. We have a friend. Have anything to give our friend? Answer is no. Have some water. You just teleport? I'm guessing you teleported. He's phased. Oh yeah, if it survives this historic site alone, I'll consider that a victory. Anything after that is a bonus. Painted glass bottle. Acting against the persecution of robots, Edates led an army to the gates of Mershapar. She sacked Mershapar and persecuted its citizens, forcing them to change its names to Edate City. Let's go into the seed sprout room. Where did it go? That's where it went. Always hate those things. Like any versions of those things that digs underground and puts up a bunch of walls. Especially the ones where the walls aren't as easy to destroy as that one. Probably half the reason I always make strength builds, and so I can just slam him down. Or just manually punch it down. Yeah, the lore generation gets a little silly sometimes. Like, heck, I had one here just earlier. Let me see if I can't find it. That's the one we just read. Yeah, this one. While wandering around Mamish Hall, Edates II stumbled upon a clan of flowers performing a secret ritual. Because of his reputations for murdering someone by cooking her for sustenance, they accepted him into their fold and taught him their secrets. You ever just cook someone so good that you get respect for it? Oh, hey there, Billy. Nice of you to drop by. We're just hanging out with the pig friend. Wherever he went. He has the ability to both teleport and phase through walls. Very talented pig. And we're done in this historic site. Okay. So we still don't have all that grid of armor. Let's try to go fix that. No armor. Does have a body pack. Engraved musket. I think we already knew that lore. Has another electro bow. Maybe the wrist fan. It is pretty cheap. Yeah, we'll get that. Sell the empty cells. And then go talk to the village tinker again. Fitted with suspensors and liquid gold. Don't need either of those. Oh yeah, I have a build that I've been playing while, watching other streamers play the game. And he's got pretty high strength, so I decided to give him a turbo. It has various results. Sometimes I just hit someone in the face with it and they instantly collapse on the ground, dead in a pool of blood. And other times I shoot 50 times and miss every single one. Don't know how to fix that. Got lost in the village outskirts. Let's try the rusted archway anyways. This is probably where our pig friend is gonna die. That is a risk I am willing to accept. I just noticed, this is a fire snout, so it has that fire ability, but it also has icy bite, which I think means it has freezing ray. So it's got freezing ray, teleport, and phasing. It's a pretty smart pig. Haven't been gunned down yet, so off to a great start. Yeah, I could get friendly fired by the pig. Might be a good idea to get the weathered ability sometime soon. Speaking of, I need 21 toughness for that. Yeah, that's gonna be a while. That is true. We could make a fine feast out of our friend. Now level 11. Just gonna hold on to those skill points for now. You know, I kind of have a lot of them. Also, give some armor to the pig. He's earned it. Whole lot of tinkering bits. Right, level 2. Just this one and one more after. And we'll finally have our prize. Chainmail. Yes, please. I guess we might as well give the old armor back to the pig. And then drop the old armor. Close some of these tabs. Ooh, that was a big mistake. Get out of here. Kinda want to equip the wrist fan. Yes, we're not really making good use of the buckler. We don't have the shield skill. Put that. And let's do a fidget cell for this one. See how long that lasts. Probably not very. Final level, I think. Or no, wait, it goes down to 4, not 3. Treasure room. Discovered a secret. While wandering around Alawar, he dates the Ferd stumbled upon a clan of succulents performing a secret ritual. Because of a reputation for murdering someone with malicious soldering, they furiously rebuked her and declared her a villain to their kind. They were just, you know, grab your electrician's tools and be like, yup, gonna fuck this person up. No stairways going down. Must be behind one of these walls or doors. Let's see, if I attack the door, The ice is doing the work. That's exactly where we needed to go. Here's our credits. Make sure we secure these. We have. Don't get cornered. We got cornered. Alright, we're good. Damn skunks over there making a mess of the place. Which is why we have to hurry up. Navigation system. Ooh, this chest. Molly netting with some stuff on it. At noon, under a strange and azure sky, the people of Ursava saw an image on the horizon that looked like a mirror bathed in azure. We already read that one. And we also have a small sphere negative weight. We now have 2 of those. Hooray. We found that. Matter Recompositor, which is a random teleport for anywhere on the map that we've explored. And Hyperelastic Ankle Tendons, plus 6 move speed. Create our license. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we can have 1 more of those for 1 credit, and then we have to start spending 2 credits. We had our reactive cranial plating. Stabilizer arm locks on the right arm. And our choice of either the hyperelastic ankle tendons or the navigation system. I know the navigation system really doesn't do much, but it will free up one of our arm slots because it does not stack with the compass bracelet. It specifically says so. And not to mention the hyperelastic ankle tendons, it's only a plus 6 and I already have a plus 10 for my current boots. Don't think we need the movement speed that much. Navigation system it is. Alright. We are becoming more powerful. But I'm so curious, what's behind the other doors? Pick up all the chem cell. Nothing. Alright, not even gonna try that other one. So how much does this have? It still has 43%. Doesn't take up that much charge, but it'd still be way better off if we had a solar cell to stick in there. Okay. First of all, take that off. Put on the iron buckler. We're going to run up to the 6-day stilt. That's a lie. We're gonna try to get to Kakyukia. Gonna go all the way down, following the desert canyon, get to here, and then we only have to go through 2 tiles of jungle, and hopefully we do not get lost. Okay, let's see how this goes. We made it. There's the warden. He's loved by the fellowships of wardens and pariahs, admired by the villagers for defending the village, hated by goat folk. For some reason, he won't tell us. Let's give him some secrets. Tell him about Starbend, Goat Folk Village. And we're also going to tell them about Nana, Goat Folk Village. He's got a powered exoskeleton on him. No way we can afford that though. Yeah, with the stuff we have, can't afford it. But I'll keep that in mind. We will come back to get that. Here's Nuntu. He's loved by the villagers of Kakyukia. He's hated by Roots for torching one of their villages, and he's admired by birds for saving one of their young from drowning. Share some more secrets. Tell him about Shulil. Now favored. We're also going to tell him about Irshikesh. We'll learn cooking and gathering, then go see if he has any neat books here. He has 1. Soul Curd, the profanity of pickling. Freshwater with breaded thorns, soul curd, and slaw. Can use quills at level 5 to 6 if you already have it. It's enhanced. Whenever you drink fresh water, there's a 25% chance one of your major negative status effects is removed at random. No major effects, then a minor effect is removed instead. Huh. So if we ever decide to wander into the river and we lose a bunch of limbs, this recipe actually would come in handy. That's just a plus 100% to natural healing rate, not really worth the soul curd. Let's have a nice name. Life Flatbread. Loaf over boiled soul curd, which is just the same recipe with a different name. I guess we should probably buy the corpus while we're here. Should probably keep one of those carbide weapons, but it's not like I'm getting damage from the weapon itself so much as the freezing mod I have right now. In 979, Nuntu, the legendary albino ape, grew tired of bludgeoning things to death and journeyed to a root-strangled place on the river Svi. There he came upon Kakyukia and its inhabitants. Pretty sure that lore's always the same. Go talk to Ural, I think? Yeah, that's his name. Floating glow sphere, whole bunch of bullets. Does have a folded carbide longsword for 193. And a sniper rifle. Probably want the recoiler first though, if we can afford it. I'm gonna use either of those implants. $312. I think we already had the one glow sphere, so sell the other one. Can afford one of those two things. Don't we have more to sell? I'll just sell the fidget cells. There we go. So I'll hold on to the sword for now, just in case it actually is better than this one. Which I kinda doubt it, but it could be. And the other thing I got was... Girl-equipped sniper rifle. Intriguing. Right, the other thing was the recoiler. Which I think we only have the one. Do we? Now we have the Bethesda Sousa recoiler also. Engraved stool. Information about Reshef. Stone Columberry under the Beetle Moon. Folks settle here to gather goods of passage for Ape Sad Oborokuru. That's how the village was born. About a Dromad caravan. Here, entirely within this one building. Plasma Grenade Mark III, Spazer Rifles, Crystal Aegis, Dysfunctional AI Master Unit. Yeah, this guy's got some pretty good stuff. Have to keep this guy in mind. Can't afford any of it, of course. Although he does have a solar cell. Sell a bunch of my regular cells and get that one. I'll eventually make the trip to Ezra, so then I'll have as many solar cells as I want. Yeah, not quite at 6 True just yet. Although we will be getting there sooner rather than later. Probably even before Golgotha. Alright. I have absolutely nothing to sell, I don't think. If I sold all my chem cells at 151, we'll keep a couple of them. And then we'll just fill our water skin right back up with this. And no one else to trade to, I don't think. Yep, we're done here. Alright, let's try to get back out without getting lost in the jungle. Smell roasted boar. No thank you. And we're out. Notice some ruins. Yeah, sure. Discovered 14th Kiazopur. Got some studded armor for the pig. probably consider giving this guy some weapons. Can he equip the longsword? He takes it, but he does not equip it. Alright, he has the ringmail, that's why he's not wearing the armor I gave him. Ah, a whole bunch of stuff on the ground right here. Treat those as scrap. Celestine skull cap. Cold resist. Hold on to that. The pig uses daggers. Does not use daggers. Gonna collect some junk while I have the chance. Discovered a lair of Winstein Willow Arlohold, legendary glowpad. Just to be sure, I do not have any mods I can stick on any of this stuff, do I? Should check the tinkering menu. Not just spring loaded. Still haven't found any other tinkering recipes. Speaking of, I've got 400 points and I really should spend them. Starting with reverse engineering. Which, yeah, you can make the argument of, oh, if you need to learn how to make anything, you just go to Ezra and you use the sweet goat, whatever it is, meal to get psychometry, or you just cook up a banana and also get psychometry, but you use reverse engineer, then you just eventually learn how to make every piece of crap in the game. Eventually. And then spend the points to get all of these. Points left over. Gonna get hurdle and then kickback on the next level. Painted smiling sun mask. 4799 before Reshef, he dates II won a decisive victory against the combined forces of Mamish Hall at the bloody Battle of Mawan, though he lost his prize Joinica, Baboon's Gift, during the course of the conflict. As a result of the battle, Mawan was so vacant of signs of life that it was renamed Foring Wreck. Let's try the Tinker back at the hometown. Also, we have Harvestry, so let's collect all these star apples. Maybe we'll also go back to that historic site because it's gonna have a lot of worm corpses that we can turn into jerky. Maybe not. Worm jerky's not worth very much. Anamorphic polygel. I would definitely buy that if I could afford it. Got nothing else. Didn't find anything ridiculously expensive while I wasn't looking, did I? Doesn't look like it. Shame. Lacquered. He's also selling handy nukes, or blueprints for him anyway. Some fours. And I think we're just gonna sell the sword. Painted smiling sun mask is really not worth much. Keep the skull cap. Just not gonna buy the fours. Maybe we'll buy one, actually. And to afford that, we need to find something to sell. We have a lot of cider. Hold on to it. Yeah, we'll just sell the cap and a Gemsel. Probably not ever gonna use the lacquered mod, but if for whatever reason I need to use it, like say a Beetle requests it, I can. And now, we go to the stilt. Going to cook with... really don't have much. Star apple jam, cider, and... can't have it all. Ooh, I think it's Hulk honey as the ingredient that got put in there. Whenever you take damage, there's an 8 to 10% chance you gain plus 8 strength for 50 turns. Whenever you take damage, there's a 12 to 15% chance you stop bleeding. Can use Intimidate and saves versus bleeding. I think that first one is the winner. You've made Peepee's sweet roast on top of spiced broth, fig honey, and baklava. Where the heck did my pig go? I didn't tell him to stay somewhere, did I? I think I'd remember if there was a death message that popped up. Go to some ruins. Yeah, let's check it out. Some of those dudes. There's nothing to trade. Have a group with them? Doesn't seem like it. Some more ruins. Argonaut just chilling in that sealed section of the gate. And he's got nothing good on him anyways. Done here. And we've arrived at the still. We gain 1 to every attribute. That gives us 20 in everything other than ego, which is at 21, and intelligence, which is at 26. What I'm thinking is I'm going to probably eventually get the palladium deposits as an implant on my head, which will give me +2 intelligence, and unlike the usual bonuses that show up in green like this one, where it says like, oh, the base ego is 20 and it's modified to 21, the electro deposits just raise it by 2 and it counts as base stats. So I only need to get up to 27 intelligence if I want to get Tinker 3. So I'm thinking maybe I just don't put any more points in intelligence and I start putting them in other stuff. Probably agility. Because eventually at like, what, level 18, 19, somewhere around there, we're going to get another +1 to all attributes, assuming we don't get something like a nectar injector that gives us that meal effect finally. I've been really unlucky with those ones. But who knows, it could happen this time. Yeah, I'm thinking if I get any more free attribute points to spend, they'll go into probably agility. I'm gonna shoot everyone. Kickback. Get myself some of the wilderness lore. Maybe I just save my points. No one here hates each other. Loved by the cult of the Coiled Lamb, disliked by villagers of Hapir for slaying one of their leaders. Loved by the Fellowship of Wardens, disliked by Water Barons for giving one of their kind an unfavorable horoscope reading, and disliked by the villagers of Shuara Shore for poisoning their fresh water. First, we go and look at this statue. And now we give you some secrets. Now level 13. Learn Physic. And there's Lullahart. Loved by pariahs, hated by Gyrowites for leading a raiding party on one of their camps. First, we'll accept this quest to go to Bela and fix the problem there. And he gives us a Yonder Cane, which I think I've only ever used the Yonder Cane for its intended purpose like once. Unless if you count turning it into a cooking ingredient as that, in which case I've done that plenty. But in terms of just using the item, which gives you a teleport to any known location on the map, I think is what it does. Yeah, I've only done that the one. So, yeah, have some water. We'll tell them how to make that really good recipe we found in Kyakyuka. Or no, wait. Oh yeah, it is the right recipe. You're now favored by pariahs. We're also gonna tell them how to make our special pee-pee sweet roast. one salve into congealed salve. I'm gonna use up the Yonder Cane. And let's go. Now for the third ingredient. Yeah, let's just use the Yonder Cane. I'm thinking that second one is the best one. No stacking meals or triggering effects, but teleport at level 1. We've discovered PP cider in teleporting tahine, soothing compote, and more tahine. Also gave us teleport other, not teleport. Some water to Ether. Favored by the wardens. Water barons don't care. So on. Might as well learn shields. It's pretty cheap. Tell them about the Snapjaw forts. Birvava. What is Sheeb going to be? A pilgrim. Not quite as interesting, but I don't think I've seen that. Well, that's probably a lie, but I don't remember. And we accidentally handed over the corpus. Damn it. You can always come back and read from it whenever, though. Full 14. Got nearly 400 points to spend. Grab Apothecary. Maybe Nostrum? We really made use of it, though. Already had everything I wanted over here. Maybe depth throwing. But that's cheap, we can just wait and get it later. I think we start buying some wilderness lore. Starting with jungles, salt dunes, canyons, hills and mountaintops. Don't need marshes, flower fields, yes. And what the hell, rivers and lakes. It's probably a mistake, but we already made it. No sense regretting it. Loved by the Mechanimus, hated by Cragsmensch, hated by the villagers of Shur. Share some secrets. All about Shirvapod Sanctuary. And some Forgotten Ruins. Now we're just 25 points off from being favored by the Mechanimus. Don't have anything I really want to chuck down here, but we've got a while to get that extra 25 anyways. The other thing is I'm pretty sure they screwed up something with the NPCs in Bethesda Susa, because I've gone there when it's been less than favored and they haven't attacked me. Also, that's one of those Buddhist Templar guys. Let's see if he has a good injector. Phylactery Squire. He does not have the injector. Okay, let's make another high quality meal. Spine fruit, star apple, and Yonder Cane. thinking that last one is the best one. Kinda similar to the last one we had, but better. Use Teleport Outer at level 1 to 2. Like 3 to 4% damage back at your attackers, rounded up, and big save to bleeding. Or against bleeding. Pippi's apple jam and far soup with spine fruit jam. So jam, soup, and more jam. Right. Now, did I have anything worth selling? Go with no. Now, I'm gonna be bold. I'm gonna try to make a trip. Smell roasted boar? No thank you. I'm full. Discovered a lair? No thanks. Not interested. And here we are. Trying to Edates the Fourth. Did not know that one. Deep in Dupa Roost, Edates the Fourth stumbled upon a clan of the villagers of Ezra performing a secret ritual. Because of his reputation for murdering someone with a light bulb made of copper, they furiously rebuked him and declared him a villain to their kind. So, what did he do, like that one Joker scene with the pencil but with a light bulb instead? That was a fucking terrible attempt at a reference. Shrine of Gitafa blessed Hyrus of Oozes at the Battle of Mamrupad Mesh. Gitafa fought to subjugate flowers. He wielded a random dagger with such finesse that became forever known as the Random Blessing, the Ruin of Flowers. I already knew that one. Shrine to Reshef. Shrine to Edates the First, Electric Seat of Robots. 5070 before Reshef, the corrupt administrator was appointed minister of Hatum Manor. She outlawed association with robots, and Edates was forced to flee. Discovered Hatun Manor. Shrine to Edates II, the Pest of Malep. 4725 before Chef, Edates II, the Honored Journal, Mamish Bane, husband of Uhua, the Pest of Malep, died of natural causes. He's 109 years old. Already knew that one. Shrine to Edates III. 4426 before Chef, Edates III won a decisive battle against the combined forces of Alawar at the Bloody Battle of Old Haramor. As a result of the battle, Old Haramor was so rife with electric arcs that it was renamed the Coiled Wreck. Also read that one before. Ooh, banana. And what's Asphodel looking like? Loved by the consortium and flowers, hated by the villagers of Ezra for leading a raiding party on one of their camps. Led a raiding party on these guys and now you're living literally right next to them telling them what to do? They're all kinds of fucked up. Have some water. And now we can trade the good. Keep exploring, I want more bananas. Also, I have no idea where the hell my pig went. It just kind of disappeared a while ago. Hope it's doing alright. Goat and Sweet Loaf. It's being boosted up to level 4. Which means we can get tier 3 artifacts. Which should be most of the ones I have. Except for that one. Can't learn that one. Make bullets. Make shotgun shells. Chem cells. Solder cells. Acid gas, don't need those anymore. Freeze grenades, don't need those anymore. Foliant grenades, I'll hold on to it. Fungicide, same thing. Acid gas, already know how to make those. Why is it marked as important? Mark unimportant. Disassemble. Cannot learn to make glitter grenades. Thermal grenade marks 1s. Those are actually really handy because turns out I may have been lying to people when I said the best way to get out of being frozen is to use the blaze injector. Because yeah, it does work. It absolutely does work because it makes it impossible to freeze. But what's way easier and is going to damage you less, and it's not going to give you a negative resistance to cold damage, is if you just pop open one of your thermal grenades and you hit the detonate button, which you can do that while frozen. And also now we can make high explosive grenades. Might make a big pile of those and just, you know, pretend we're a goat folk for a second. Blaze injectors, Gani injectors, shade oil, Sphinx salt, Uber Nostra, and salve. I think that's everything we can learn about. Look at how much more stuff we have. Made 3 salve injectors. We can make an Uber Nostrum if we had a nanomaterial. Won't make it just yet, but anytime we feel like it, we can disassemble something like a Sphinx salt injector, which I think we only have 1 of, so not gonna do that. But yeah, we could do that, and then with the Lover's Blossom, make a Uber Nostrum. But I'll make a couple more of these, just in case. And then 3 solar cells. Right. Relevy dates the second, the Mamish Bane. In the year of Clear Chariot, he dates the second, the Honor Journal, the Mamish Bane, husband to Uhua, the Pest of Malep, laid his body to rest and crossed into Bright Jewel. He was 109 years old. So we already knew that, but this one line, laid his body to rest and crossed into Bright Jewel, that part's different. Because in the other one we had, it said, oh, he died of natural causes. And let's talk to Six Shrew. Probably has good stuff. Crysteel Coronet. Some actually kinda nice cooking ingredients. Phase Conjugate Flashbang Grenade Mark III. Well, if it wasn't Phase Conjugate, I'd definitely buy that because flashbang grenades can be kinda nice. Sealed Battle Axe, Eigen Rifle, Laser Rifle. I think it's pronounced Eigen Rifle. I've seen other people kind of fumble with that word. I know it's German of some kind. You know, the German kind. Unless if it's Dutch. I really don't know my Europe. I don't know many things, actually. Not that. Anyways, can stop trying to talk so much. Get to the doing part. Hated by birds. Have some water anyway. Let's tell her about he dates the second. Wait, what was that? We can make our own Eigen rifles. Precision Nanon fingers, that would be nice. An Ezra recoiler, but it has the thermoelectric cell, so it cost way too much. Cybernetics credit wedge. Bionic hands would be nice. Can't afford it though. Phase adaptive scope. This one also is pretty nice. Lets you just ignore everything but your target. I still need to actually test it and see if it prevents you from just spraying and praying an entire crowd down, because if it passes through obstacles to reach your target, does it consider other creatures as obstacles, or is it just going to hit them too? Either way, now we talk to Six Shrew. No wait, we already did. We need a 5-bit to make that. Sell anything with 5 bits other than, you know, the rifle that I'm gonna try to sell you. Doesn't seem like it. I only have the one Sphinx Salt. Do I have anything that I can trade for that recoiler if I stuck around for a while? I could make a pile of chem cells. I have 12 1-bits that I could turn into chem cells. Nah, I'm just gonna leave. Trip's not that hard. Back to Kyakyukia. Did I have Cybernetics credit wedge? No, I did not. Okay then. I guess we'll go to Gritgate. Go talk to Maffeo. Maybe pick up a Gritgate recoiler. Pick up the quest. Although we're not going to be doing the quest just yet. I think we're not prepared enough for it. This could very easily go bad. Got our attribute point. Put that right into... Actually, should I put it into toughness or willpower instead? It's for cooldowns. Also increases our resistance to mental attacks. Modifies hit point regeneration rate. Determines your number of hit points, the regeneration rate, and your ability to resist poison and diseases. This just lets you hit more accurately, and your chance to dodge. They're technically all good choices, of course, but can only pick one. Let's go with agility. Actually, thinking about it, there's a pretty much guaranteed chance we're gonna run into the, hold on a second, let me think about it. The, Buddhist Templar Scout, which I think he always has steel armor on him, which would be an upgrade for the body, the shoes, the gloves, and the helmet if we get all the pieces. For that though, let's take this thing out. Okay, we have enough health that we can just do that. Not gonna get through that anytime soon. Sure is nice being accurate with this thing for a change. Usually, whenever I get an electro bow, it's like, oh cool, I get to shoot 10 times, miss 9, and then have to punch them to death anyways. I complain too much. I should just appreciate that I can hit things. Repair spray. Just that guy I was talking about. Let's actually start using some Ken cells again. Solar cells are nice because they're rechargeable, but I don't like having to reload when someone's right up in my face. He's got steel plate mail, a carbide longsword, steel shield, and steel boots. So he doesn't have the steel gloves or helmet, but I'll be taking that stuff anyways. And I hit the 8. Don't have another light source, otherwise I might actually use that shield. Mod this with spring loaded. see. Gives us 5 move speed, which is less than on the Crocs. Wonder if it has to do with item weight. Nearly there. Did not mean to aim at that guy. And there's a slumberling. Might be in trouble. Oh, we're just fine. I'm pretty sure we can take that on and win, if only because of the reactive cranial plating, meaning he can't stun us to death. Let's see how foolish that decision is. Easy enough. So, got 150 points. Guess I might as well decide what I want to build into next. Not gonna take any more skills in bow and rifle. Not until I get very close to 29 agility, in which case it becomes worth it because I can just ultra fire. Get the rest of the wilderness lore, only have 2 missing. 20 for toughness and willpower. So very soon, not that soon, gonna be able to get weathered, which will be pretty handy. And self-discipline at 21, I get Iron Mind and Lionheart, which most of the time not that useful, but the couple of times it really comes in useful. It makes all the difference. Get some more stuff in shield, although not gonna bother with shield slam. Maybe staggering block, but it's a lot of points for something that I'm not all that great at. I don't have that much strength. But death blocking and swift blocking would be good if I'm using a shield. Just gonna hold on to the points for now. Might actually dump a whole bunch of stuff into the pistol skills once I find some good ones. So I don't think that got picked up on the microphone, but there's been these motorcycles just zooming by all day because it's nice out. There's Avo. Hungry. And we're also inspired. Let's make a nice meal. Sparktik plasma, star apple jam, and cider. We've also added a nip of leech blood. Well, probably not that first one, as we're not dealing electric damage. We could get the arc winders at some point, in which case this would become very good, but we don't have those. Every take damage, there's a 8 to 10% chance you gain 40 to 50 electric resist for 6 hours. Could be good. And this one, way less electric resist, but it's on all the time, and we also get save versus bleeding. But yeah, I'll take that one. We've made Pippi's pastry with flaky plasma, crumbled spice, and apple jam. Turns out we cannot do that because I forgot we need to complete the first quest, which we haven't. Still have to go out into the desert and wander off to the east, I think it was. But might as well buy some stuff. It's got a freeze ray and a laser rifle, way better than he usually has. Carbide plate armor, but that is expensive for something we're just gonna find on the ground, and that doesn't anyway. Get the recoiler and not much else. Sell the chainmail, way too heavy. Alright, so I'm gonna leave it at that for this session, because it's a good spot to stop and I need to go cook some food. But before I do that, let me just save and quit. Glad you enjoyed it, Mossy. But let's go see if there's any other cut streamers for you to go and enjoy. There in fact very much is. Scholarly Frog is on, back at it again at the Krispy Kreme, or the Caves of Cud in this instance. Just pop open the stream manager, click on raid channel. Find the right dude to click on, right there, and send. Right, so before I click the send raid, should mention tomorrow is going to be a regular stream. Wasn't sure if it was going to be Caves of Cud or Dome Keeper, but I'm thinking we'll do some more Caves of Cud, because this guy's going pretty alright. We've gotten past the start. Surprisingly, still on the first character, not on like the second or third iteration of the same character from the same session, which usually happens. But anyways, tomorrow's Caves of Cud. regular time. Monday, however, there won't be a stream. Oh, so, yeah, the pig maybe died. I'm not sure. I didn't see a death message. I'll look back on the VOD at some point later, figure it out. I think he just got lost or something. Yeah, or maybe it just phased into a wall and it's now a fossil. But anyways, the raid thingy's about to go off, so I better wrap this up. Monday there won't be a stream because I'm gonna have the power completely out. So, yeah, next stream after Sunday is going to be on Tuesday. See ya.